Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. And before I say what I wanted to say, before I petition my mom to teach, my mom have already, before I open my mouth, my mom have already verbalized in neighbor countable communication the teaching of today. I won't use today, so I take that today and give back to the response to that project and that thought. The teaching and learning from that force that gave us life. Yes, for this sunrise. So this is the 54 sunrise. I'm in the U.S. Air Force Base in Bedford, in Massachusetts, and I've been here for a while because of doing some work. I'm doing some court work here, filing papers for the divorce thing. So, but the thing I want to talk about this morning is cleanliness. Yes, cleanliness is life itself. Those that say they will not clean themselves are those ones that insist that they will not learn, and that's also that. So I'm looking at so the videos I started. The one I started in Belie in Nebraska. Belie in Nebraska is close to Omaha, but it's not in Omaha, but it's very close to Omaha. It's about less than 15 minutes, or between 15 minutes but it's less than 30 minutes. It's about 15 minutes from Omaha. So that video also I will complete it. So because once you start something, the most important thing I want to say, once you start something with that force that gave you life, is already completed, and they never can tap on my self also. Opportunity to show evidences for this, not to those that want to use it to destroy themselves and lie about it. So, and the other video also that I started about the court sessions will also be is already completed, but I will still complete it in the fashion designed by the for a proposal also. So this will be the 253 video. So this video I'm going to talk about. It's not going to be short. I'm going to talk about Z. This is Z. This is a soap. Zest in Nigeria they will say is Z. They say Z. They say Z in Nigeria, but here in the US they say Z. That's how they pronounce it. But I just wanted to teach you also the reason why they now say that in America they will say this is Z. This letter, the first letter here, they say Z, and then Nigeria they will say Z. I just wanted to teach us the reason why they are doing this, why they're changing pronunciation. Because if you go to Haiti, they might not call it Z, but they'll call it something similar. If you go to China, or dear China also, but if you go to any audio location, what they will call it in the audio location will be the same thing. So if you're looking at this with that force that gave us life, which you're more with the force, the entirety of that individual that never dies, that also include a thought. Yeah. Yes, everything you say house, what they will consider as I would say I would say trash. I won't call them trash, but the person wanted to they say sanitation, but I won't use this. I would say they are also they are also very important to dispose. Everyone is responsible for their trash, for their trash. Yes, I'm not kidding. So person wanted to choose the name that we will call what they will refer as a trash can, or a trash where you put trash in. I don't like the word they will call it, because that word they call it is also dominance also, which is everything you see or not is very important. Yes, just like your just I won't say your a house is also very important, just like the air. I'm not kidding. So this Z, this is Z. Z is the first letter here. You know those ones that insist that they will not learn, they switch things around and lie about it. Yes, they switch things around and lie about it. And they're the ones denying thought communication also. So, but I will talk about that. But there's this. I wanted to request a record, Choma's record from Choma Helen. I will say Because I've petitioned more to take that that Elazo from that Elazo from Choma, yes. And if Choma has died, they more have realized it. So I will use that force that gave you life to say thanks. Because when you use that force that gave you life to say it's I will not use the word timeless. The barriers of time and space is will not affect it. It will always be true because you are using that force that gave you life to say things. Just to say they will not, just to say they will not take permission from their mom to say things. So using also not in a dominance, using that force that gave you life is taking permission, authority, authorization, learning and instruction from your mom. And this is not compatible from ODA, yes, from ODA Air Force Base in Bedford. US Air Force Base in Bedford to say things, so you will never be wrong. Those that say they will not take permission and authority from that force that gave them life to say things, everything they have said, everything they are doing is imaginary, and this is also how to determine what is right and what is not. This is also how to determine the first thought, how to determine what is an experience and what is not an experience, and what is a dream and what is not a dream, what is the reality and what is not reality, and more than that, what is true and what is not true. Because anything that you use, you petition more to teach, anything you use more to say is already lives forever, is a life form. Those that say they will not listen and they will not take permission from that force that gave them life, everything they have done have already decayed and died. So, it's very important to say this. Those that insist that they will not learn are the ones that deny thought communication. Then that everything is that thought communication is a reality. There's never countable evidence to show that. But one of the most one I just find that I went to a place in Lynn, Massachusetts, to request a record. They now start saying the things that are not true. However, in that place, there's something I looked at the publications they put there. One of them there about mental health, which I will not say a mental, I will say awareness and awareness. Yes, awareness, health, and behavioral health also, and thought health also. So this information. So as I was looking at it, there were people that are having suicide thought were asked, are they having a suicide thought? So this is very important because that word thought is recorded in that paper. So those that will not deny their thought or want to say nonsense about thought, a person will want to punish them and to approve their punishment to include that, because they are told in not capable communication, in not capable thought communication, not to say the wrong things to deceive themselves and others. So that paper is the paper he said. Let me grab the paper. I won't say crap, so let me show that paper. So this is this is that paper that I'm showing. So you go down, it says see thought is is asking those that are considering to kill themselves, which is a no, never to get to a point where you consider that, because those ones that say they will not listen are the ones pushing that thought of suicide and lying about it, because there's no reservation. Someone is told to take their shower, to cleanse themselves, so that they will come to that conclusion that their force that give them life is more important, is great, is more important, is greater and higher than their physical self and their moral self. They will not come and cry for forgiveness or forgetfulness or restoration or reincarnation or replacement, or now that their skin have decayed or any of those things. And the cause of death and disease and sickness is already established. The cause of aging has already been established. The cause of all diseases, does not matter what they call it, is disobedience is the number one cause, and not taking care of their physical self and their moral self. So those that now want to lie and present false information will fall into their disobedience and their trickery and their stupidity, and they'll be the one that will die a natural death. Those, if you're experiencing blood pain, you look into a mirror, the blood pain goes away. I'm not kidding. Those are the first to say the things. Those ones that insist, those ones that are not in reality, those ones that insist that they will project whatever they want. Those to refuse to say it out have already become them, and they have died. So this information, those ones that insist that they will not learn, are the ones that are always that will die. So this is very important. So they ask that thought of suicide, thought for and of suicide. So suicide is someone killing themselves, never to kill them, never to have any thought. If I came back from the US, that's the thing I started talking about in the time frame they refer as June 10, 2021. I started talking about, I wrote it also, never to accept any thought of death or disease. Yes, because even though that thought is wrong, anyone accepting a thought becomes that thought. But before they become that thought, the Mondition Alcatabos will come into the environment and point to the purpose of their falsehood. They have surrendered themselves to teach them the right things from the wrong things, and to tell them the purpose of life is not death, it's not hanging on the cross. Even in pretense, it's not killing themselves in any form, in any way, even with a buttered knife. Even in the imagination of it. Yes, I'm not kidding. Those that insist that they will do that, I've already accepted that. That's how it works. It's even is this is more to expand it to a much better understanding. Only to say it in ways that it will be understood by those that this information is meant for. So we'll talk about this soap. So that thing, those ones that turn it upside down. So death cannot be life. Life can never be death. Water cannot be wine. Wine can never be water. Truth cannot be lies. Lies can never be truth. A car can never be any other thing. A mirror can never be any other thing. That is, water cannot cease, cannot stop from existing as water. That's a purpose to it. That's a purpose to everything. So we're looking at this. So those ones that insist that they will not learn, turn things upside down. If you ask them to take, if they more ask them to take shower, yes. If they do, they ask them. If they do location of that place, they claim that they're there when they're not there. Ask them to take shower. This is also how to determine those that say they will not learn. So you are more each other. The madness are inside and outside. Everyone knows everyone thought, knows everyone thinking. So no one can cheat their more. No, I would even appreciate more to at this level if I want to teach me how to say it. No one can cheat themselves. No one can cheat the ones that have marched that force that gave them life. Not even talking to that force that gave us life. I'm not kidding. So I'm looking at this. So if it's true that because you look at this ZEST, so if it's true that the E here is not there, yes, because those ones that insist that they will project whatever they want might also project falsehood. Also, I'm not kidding. So if this E is not there, then the person won't dare to say it. A person do E itself. Is a thought, is a thing, is a life form to say it. Alphabet are life form, numbers are life form. I've talked about it also. So those are the ones to now mimic my voice and say that there, and then say what I'm not saying, or now say things and now do that thing they do. Water becoming wine and wine becoming water is also dead. I will never do so. I will never accept that thought. So those are the ones that want to say what I'm not saying or want to now switch things around will fall into their death and die. I wouldn't use those thoughts. Those ones that insist that they will not learn are turning things upside down they want to turn themselves upside down to mimic effect what is not real. So you're looking at this stuff, right? You're looking at this thing, right? If Z what the letter and the thought they call Z, which in Nigeria we say Z, is this Z, if this Z is 1, if this Z is what is the first letter in the alphabet, that is, if this Z is supposed to be in the place of the letter A, as in apple, I appreciate more to say it, to show us. Because those ones that again and again, those ones that see that they will not learn are switching things upside down. So if this Z, right? If this Z is in the alphabet letter, if it is a Z in the